All right, so waiting for them. They are at the start, and we can see, of course, the cars are switched on, and they're almost ready to go. And this should be some race. Tundo in the Proto, Asad Anwar in the Evo 9, and Duncan in the buggy that's got the Evo 10 running gear with the sequential gearbox. Incredible piece of kit. As we mentioned yesterday, and in case you were not watching, during COVID, Ian had plenty of time on his hands, and he decided, I just got a spare Evo 10 engine in my garage, just like we have a spare Ford Cortina sitting in the yard. He's got a spare Evo 10 engine and a spare sequential gearbox. Yeah, let me just put this together. Let me build a frame and just put this together. Yeah, it should be no problem.
Pop's a fancy toy, because it's lovely, that thing, you know?
It is
to watch
beautiful.
as well.
Beautiful, huh?
Anyway, they're revving up on the line. Flash, Ian and Asad. The
What a
buggy gets the
start
jump.
by Ian! What a start by Ian!
Exactly, whole shot by the buggy. Ian Duncan in the lead. Flash chasing, and Ian goes straight for the Joker, Sean. From the lead, we've seen this before. I think Hamza's been doing it from the beginning.
Yes.
Or Samir in the golf, that's right.
So Ian obviously had a think last night, and he decided, okay, let me do the Joker first and see how it works. And is that going to pay off a little bit later? So he got the whole shot. He's now in third, and we got Asad, who again is taking the battle to Flash. So we'll have to wait and see how this unfolds. Remember that Flash has to do the Joker twice in this because of the superiority of the Proto. So let's see how this unfolds. It looks really exciting as they race past us here in the commentary booth.
Yes, that is something we need to keep in mind, Sean. Flash has to Joker twice. You know, that's his, not penalty, it's just the handicap because of the performance of the Proto. He had to enter it because I think there was something wrong with that N10 of theirs, or it's being saved for another event. So in comes the Proto, but it has to it has to have some weight added, as we say, isn't it? And that weight is double Joker.
All right, so to let you know the story of why Flash is in the Proto, apparently the N10 belongs to his sister Tash, and she wants to save it for the Kenya National Rally Championship. She's part of the Talanta Hella team, and of course they're busy promoting women in sport. And she and Chantal have plans for at least one or two events this year and 2024, the Kenya National Rally Championship, and she would rather save the N10 for the Kenya National Rally Championship. As we see Flash
did you see that, Sean?
Joker.
On the straight, Flash overtook Asad on the inside and went straight for the Joker. So this is his first Joker. Let's see how he fares with that.
All right, so this is all about tactics. Remember, the others have to do the Joker at least once, in case you don't know the rules of Rallycross. But Flash has to do it twice. Asad hasn't done the Joker yet. He's in front, but you can see how close Flash is. But remember, Flash has to do the Joker again. Ian very closely behind. Remember, Ian has done the Joker, so advantage Ian at the moment. He's not too far behind Asad.
You're right, he's done the Joker and he's in the mix for real. This is tight. Flash goes for his final Joker.
So remember, the only person who hasn't done the Joker is Asad Anwar. So at the moment, the pressure on Asad, who has to try and build up as much of a lead as he can. But as we've seen, Ian with that unique buggy is really keeping up the pressure on Asad. What a race, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first race of the day and the penultimate race of the third heat. Logan, this is fantastic.
You know, Sean, if you ask me, advantage Ian Duncan here.
Exactly.
You know, because Asad still has to go through the Joker.
But look, Flash is not too far behind, and he's knocked a tyre.
He's clipped the tyre. I've been told now you clip the tyres, a 3-second penalty for each time you clip them.
Wow, okay.
Because apparently some blokes yesterday were using them to keep the car straight.
All right, so you've heard that from Logan, a 3-second penalty if you hit the tyres. So Flash will most likely be hit with a 3-second penalty there. We'll of course await that from the officials. That could prove to be decisive because we can see how close the racing is right now. What a race we have on our hands. In first at the moment is Asad Anwar, who's going to be racing past us soon here in the commentary booth as they come through the chicane. Nice and clean, the first two. Very, very tight. That's as tight as you can get from Flash as they go across the finish line. And well done to Asad Anwar. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. In a close second with Flash in third. So as we've seen, doing the Joker twice is a leveler.
It's hectic for him, but you know, he's got the fast car, and that's the penalty they've given him for driving such a high performance vehicle, and he's got to drive with it. He did it yesterday, but Asad did what did he call it, the Indian flick, not the Scandinavian flick. Yeah, that gave Flash an avenue to overtake. But early this morning it's